Hello, my name is Misty. Um, I'm newly diagnosed with polymyositis, and in all my searching on the internet, I really didn't find too much to help me figure out what the heck is going on. So I just started my journey about 2 weeks ago when the doctor did the muscle exam and the blood work and everything, and MRI came back positive for infiltration of the muscles with inflammation. And so I'm hoping maybe by sharing my journey, it'll help other people who are going through the same thing, because there seems to be so little out there to help us. Um, so I noticed when about 6 months ago that I was having issues with strength. I was feeling a little weaker, but nothing serious. I think, oh, maybe it's just my other medications, which, by the way, I have stage 4 breast cancer. And I've been getting treatment for that for the last 4 years and fairly stable. But the doctor's kept trying to tell me, oh, it's just side effects of the medications. I'm like, no, this is new, you know. And then another thing that popped up that made me wonder what the heck was going on meanwhile was my blood work started coming back weird. The AST and ALT blood work, which they usually use just for liver enzymes, started elevating every month about the same amount in a very linear fashion, which I found kind of strange. As a person who has a bachelor's degree in physics, I know to look for these patterns. And between that, the blood work, the muscle weakness, and then the weight loss, I'm like, what's going on here? I've been trying to lose weight for years, and all of a sudden now it's just pouring off. So I kept watching, and I did a lot of research on all kinds of medical journals and websites. And one thing I kept seeing for muscles, because AST and ALT can also be found in muscles when it breaks down, is the CK level, creatine kinase, I believe it's pronounced, the CK test. And when I finally got my doctor to run that test, it came back 13 times above normal. 13 times. So I'm like, did a little more research. I said, hey, can we run, some other tests? And they did, and they all came back really high for muscle damage. And then all of a sudden I started noticing the leg muscles really getting smaller. I'm like, oh, okay, this is definitely not medication side effect. And so I made another appointment with my general practitioner, and she tried to say, oh, it's just probably a medication side effect. I'm like, no, please look at this document I brought you. And she's, okay, well, I'll refer you to a rheumatologist. And the very first appointment with him, he said, yeah, it's polymyositis, right off the bat, because it was classic textbook, blood work was just like right on the scales where they should be for polymyositis. So I started high-dose prednisone about 2 weeks ago, and within a couple of days, I had a lot of swelling in my joints, my hands and shoulders, knees, ankle, everything just was really tight and swollen, and that really got better very quickly. But the muscle weakness is really taking a long time to get better. I'm not even sure if it's getting better. My rheumatologist did run some ANA tests, so those haven't come back yet. They should be back soon. Little extra video of the kitty up there playing, Chrissy. And hopefully it'll give us a better idea what's going on. Hopefully it's not IBM, because IBM is very hard to treat. But at least my weight loss is, stabilized. I've lost about 40 pounds in muscle mass, which is not bad. Now I'm about 135, and I started at 175. So it's a little bit of loss there. And I'm a pretty active person. I live on a horse ranch, and I help take care of the horses and such. So it's not like I'm just sitting around, waiting to die of cancer or something like that. I'm very busy. But there's a lot of good websites out there, the Myositis Association, and I've joined that and looking at different exercises, because I get the feeling that, just because I have cancer, my doctors are kind of just not giving me a whole lot of attention. Like my rheumatologist did do a little bit of muscle testing, but it was just to confirm his suspicions. But you know, there's a really quite extensive test to gauge how much muscle strength or loss a person has, and that wasn't performed yet. I don't know if he's going to perform it or not, but I know about it, so I'm going to monitor it myself because I want to know if I'm getting better. The joys of having kittens. So anyway, most of my weakness is in my thighs and my glutes. I can hardly, you know, put my pants on off. It's hard to climb, really hard to climb stairs. Walking, my legs get tired really fast. I kind of waddle when I walk because my hips are so weak and my thighs are weak. But I do have distal weakness, so that kind of, you know, and some kind of, when the MRI came back, it had myositis and fasciitis. So I have inflammation in my connective tissues as well, which makes sense with all the tight problems I'm having, you know, in my neck and shoulders, and I can hardly even do a sit-up, and I'm a pretty active person, so I can't do a sit-up. It's pretty serious for me. So I'm hoping to keep you informed, and maybe you'll learn something from this, and as I learn things, I'll share it with you, so hopefully you will feel a little less in the dark, you know, like I feel right now. But a lot of research to do still. So anyway, thanks for watching, and good luck on your journey.